Hello my friends and welcome to today's tarot reading. This is a general daily reading for all signs, but the sign that you're here probably means that there is a special message for you. So thank you so much for joining me today. Now today is the 2nd of September 2022. It is a Friday, the day of Venus, the day of love, the day of Svadhisthana, the day of the sacral chakra. And today we have Mercury in Libra, opposing Jupiter retrograde in Aries. Little bit of a tricky one here. This transit is encouraging you to look at the bigger picture. Sometimes we can get stuck in the finer details of things and we can get kind of stuck. So it's asking you just to be really diplomatic with those around you, and particularly if you're involved with a project or something like that, and there's a tendency to get bogged down in the details. So try to just be quite diplomatic with that. Not everybody can know what you're thinking. Not everybody can understand what's going on all the time. Just be kind to yourself, but also just take into account others as well. Because of that opposition, there's a tendency to be quite self-righteous with others, and even though you may be saying things with love, and I know this because I can be guilty of that, just be aware of how people are going to receive that. Obviously not so much to the extent that you're compromising yourself, but in a way that kind of is congruent with both you and the person or the people that you're connecting with. Just take them into account. So with that being said, let's crack on with the reading. Venus is the day of passion as well, so it's inevitable that something like this may happen. I'm reading with the Mystic Mondays Tarot. I'll be clarifying with the Love Oracles. So let's see what the cards have to say for us today. Dear Spirit, what messages would you like to communicate to the collective today? Okay, I will take those. So we've got two. We've got the Two of Cups reversed. We've got the Three of Swords reversed. Interesting. So this could be like a relationship that's happened. I'm not talking about it being a romantic relationship. I'm talking about friendship, any kind of relationship where you had a kinship with someone that was close, and basically it's not there anymore, but it's almost like you're getting over it now. You're understanding that there may be something else that you might be able to recover from the relationship. We also have two threes. We have the Three of Swords reversed, and we also have the Three of Pentacles. So there may be something about you being able to work together. So say you were friends with someone, and you were close friends with someone, but now you realize that you can work together when there's somebody else in the mix. Also, there is a slight defensiveness here, and it's interesting how I see this like lady with this gown on, which says to me that there was a sense of vulnerability that was there before, but now it's guarded. Now it's not there. Now the vulnerability is not there anymore. Princess of Swords. Princess of Swords says to me that it's like being quite truthful with how things are. There may be a lack of communication, but I don't blame that if you're not really friends with this person anymore. Nine of Swords, right, 2 9s, 2 3s, interesting. So 9s, and they're both upright. So there's a sense of agonizing over this a little bit, a sense of like some mental entrapment going on. It may not even be conscious. It may be something that's just happening. Either one of the party are not too happy with it. Princess of Wands, so we've got another princess. Wow. 2 3s, 2 9s, and 2 swords, and two pages, and then a 2. Wow. What does that mean? It means that the other person is probably thinking one way, and this person is thinking, and you are thinking one way. So one of the parties is unable to communicate. One of the parties is also like having some kind of thoughts. It could be also both of you. This could fluctuate. Remember, these energies are very fluid. I don't know why I put them away. I need more cards. Princess of Wands is the initiatory energy. So this says to me that whoever is this initiatory energy is kind of instigating this 3 of Pentacles, but whoever's facing this 9 has kind of got a bit of defensiveness. Or maybe this 9 is also a sense of like guilt. It's guilt about how like maybe one party treated the other party, and is like, right, okay, I need to make amends for this, which is why this is happening. 7 of Swords reversed. Okay, that makes sense. You know what I saw? I saw like maybe if you do like a project with someone, you know, you've collaborated with them on a project. It could be like, I'm just going to use my analogy in terms of like the theatre world. So for example, you got together with someone and you did some writing and collaborating with them and decided to make a piece of theatre or something, or maybe a production, maybe a film or something like that. And what happened was that then there was some falling out that happened, something that like you fell out, but you're kind of over it, you're kind of done with it, you know, it's not really that, you know, the mental anguish is not so much there, but there is something that is there that's still kind of underlying in terms of what the repercussions are on a long-term basis. The Princess of Swords is the lack of communication, the inability to be able to communicate effectively, but it's almost like the silence is actually more of an effective communicator and giving you both time to like assimilate how things are. You've also got the 7 of Swords. There may have been some backstabbing, some chatting behind someone's back, something happening that was causing someone to believe that they, you know, there was some underhandedness basically going on. So what I am also seeing here, excuse me, is competition. So it could be that one person felt that it wasn't, they didn't want to be like the, thank you, I did want to actually. They didn't want to, yeah, they felt intimidated by the other. And we have another 2 reversed, we have the 2 of Swords. So it seems to me like there's this like kind of sudden burst of, communication. So it may be like, right, okay, I'm just going to say how I feel. So there may be one of the party may have communicated that. The High Priestess I'm seeing is the attitude that both of you want to embody within this situation. You want it to be clear, but it is creative. You understand that you're both, you know, there's both a higher purpose. There is a higher purpose for both of you coming together. So this is what this is about. Okay. Let's have a look what the Love Oracle has to say. Want one, or maybe you need one each. Okay, right, so we've got Billie Holiday and Greta Garbo. Okay, so Billie Holiday, a kiss never tasted like a fine wine. A kiss never tasted is like a fine wine wasted. A kiss never tasted is like a fine wine wasted. So that means taking chances. You'll never know when to stop until you've had too much. She was a heroin addict. You can find friends in the darkest places. So maybe this was the connection between both of you. Maybe this was what it was. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. And then you've got Greta Garbo. Are you sure you wouldn't rather be alone? Only go to the altar if you take the lead. Marriage isn't the only way to have a partner for life. So what I'm getting from either of these is that I think there's a possibility that you may have come together when you were in like quite difficult times, or when things were not that great. You know, you tried to like do that, but now you realize that now you know, and you still can work together and still do things, but it isn't as together on your own. It's quite toxic, it feels like. So it's better to like kind of stay apart and work when you've got someone else in the mix. It's just the way it happens, you know. It's nothing like that you can't control. It's just you can't, sometimes you know, it's just easier to get on with people when there are other people around. It's just the way it is. Because sometimes when you're on your own with that person, the dynamics that you have with that person, it's just something that isn't really safe for either of you. And I'm kind of getting that vibe here, particularly with the 7 and also with the 9. So yeah, I think just keeping that in mind and just keeping your vibrations high is something that's going to be important for today. And it kind of matches a little bit with what the daily kind of forecast is for today. When you get involved in like the meticulous things, and particularly when you meet someone that can see the ins and outs and the real kind of underpinnings of a situation, and you start dissecting stuff together, it can be quite like damaging. You need like a balance. You need somebody who like also understands that part of it, but can view everything as the big picture. So you need like a balance of dynamics rather than two people that think really similarly attacking something, and that can kind of cause something a little bit like toxic. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting from this. Anything else? Excuse me, I feel like there's this seesaw. I really do. I feel like there's this seesaw between trying to be like trying to respect yourself and respect the other person, but also, you know, trying to pull yourself away from the addiction of being with the other person. It's interesting. It could also be a relationship. It could be. But I'm seeing more like a business partnership. That's what I'm seeing. Or friendship or a business partnership. So anyway, my loves, I hope you enjoyed that reading. Interesting reading today, right? If you did enjoy it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. I post every day. Thank you so much to all of my returning subscribers and all of you that comment in the comments box. You make my day as always, my loves. You really do. And you are all so amazing. And I love reading your comments. Take care, my darlings. I shall speak to you really soon and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye.